So this is another Desperate Housewives character opinion video, and this is for Susan Myer. I think it's Myer, honestly. And I think she was literally the worst mother on this show. And that's saying something. There's so many instances where you see Julie raising her that it's pathetic. And then later in the series, when MJ is like 4-ish, she uses him as like a pawn against Mike, and it's pathetic. It's truly pathetic. Like, she's such a terrible mother in this whole series. She's a terrible friend, putting her needs above everybody else's. She's literally a terrible person. And what pisses me off is everyone's like, oh, it's her goofy charm. It's her goofy charm. No, it's not. She's just an awful person. And let's go back to the she's been divorced, cheated on her boyfriend, cheated on a co-victim boyfriend, slept with her ex-husband multiple times when, like, in situationships. Like, she is literally just a terrible person. And now let's go with this. She was pissed off as fuck when Edie slept with Carl. Even when Edie started a relationship with Carl, still pissed at him, still hated him. When they moved in together, still hated him. What did she do? She slept with Carl. They broke up. He told her they broke up. The same day they broke up, he slept with him. Now, I've done that, and I feel like a shitty person. Like, I've slept with someone as soon as they got out of a relationship. Or no, I just sexted them, but that's not the point. Still, I felt like a terrible person. She had no fucking guilt. Not a single ounce of guilt. And throughout this whole series, she just consistently fucks up. And oh, it's Susan's charm. No, it's not. She's a terrible person. But anyway, like I said, she hated Edie. But then Bree starts sleeping with Carl, and it's like, she's mad for a minute, but it's A-okay. And same with Mike. She hated Edie before they ever got together for trying with Mike. And it was this big, no, you're a terrible person, blah, blah, blah. But then Catherine gets with him, and it's like, okay. Make up your mind on who can fuck who, bitch. Like, no. I really just think Susan is a terrible person. I think, in all honesty, the series should have ended with them killing her, Mike living, and raising MJ. That would have been so much better. What are your thoughts on Susan Myer? Please comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think. So another good husband on this show is Mike Delfeno. And now, before I hear anything that's like, he was a drug addict, he was a criminal, a murderer. Yeah, he was. But he got clean, and he took care of his wife, and he took care of his child, and he took care of a child that wasn't his. Julie, like, not always, but he did try to pay for what he could pay for, and he tried to, like, take in a role. And, yeah, he got addicted to drugs because somebody ran him over, put him in agonizing pain, and then he needed to keep working and not take a break because his wife was an overbearing bitch who couldn't take care of her damn self. Like, Susan truly was trash, and I'm so sorry, but she was fucking trash, and, like, deserves so much better than her. And I truly hate the fact that they killed him. His character was just, like, getting legs to stand on. He had such a journey through this show, and then they fucking killed him. They couldn't give him his happy ending. No, they fucking killed him. They should have killed Susan. They should have killed fucking Vanessa Williams' character. I think that's her name. Renee. Because he was protecting her boyfriend, and maybe that death would have made more sense. Or even her fucking boyfriend. They could have killed off any of them. But Mike's death just felt pointless. And then he had to deal with his wife doing porn. And you could say it's not porn, it's porn. Okay, I've done shit like this. I would never do it without discussing it with my partner first, and God, I hate her so much. But anyway, and no, let me make sure you understand, I'm not shaming sex workers. I'm just saying, if you're in a relationship, you should have a discussion before you do it. Not that you can do it, just conversate with your partner first. But anyway, back to Mike. Like I said, loved his character. I think he was a great father. I think he was a great husband. And he even tried to be a father to Zach when he found out that that was his son. But it was just all like a slap in the face. Anyway, what are your thoughts on Mike Delfeno? Please comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Now, this is a lazy review for Julie Myer from Desprate Housewives. Julie started out the show as a child or a teenager. I want to say roughly around 14, somewhere around there. She was way more of a grown-up than her fucking mother, and it was disgusting. She raised her mother, and there's even a whole scene when Julie's about to go off to college where she's talking to her mother, and it's supposed to be like a satire scene where she's like, "You're a grown-up now." Julie's saying this to her fucking mother. "You're a grown-up now, you're ready to spread your wings and fly and bullshit." But it's I know they meaning it as a joke, but it's so fucking true, because Julie raised her mother, and it was disgusting. From literally the age of being a child, Susan makes a reference to the fact that Julie raised her, and it is so gross. It's so gross. Your child should not have to raise you. Like, they've made it a point where there are times when Julie had to pull her mother out of bed or cook herself dinner because she was so depressed when Carl left her. And I'm just like, Susan was such a terrible person. But let's get back to Julie. Throughout the series, Julie was like a smart, steady character, not really a main character, but still kept a flow. And then we get to like little clips, her having a boyfriend, her dating her professor, which I think that was very out of character for her, but not really, because if you look at her mother's dating history, of course her dating history is going to be weird. And then somehow she starts dating, I want to say, Porter Scavo or Preston. It's one of the twins, Lynette's twins. Now there's already a very significant age gap between them, so that's weird, but whatever. She starts dating them, she has a kid, she gets pregnant by him, and she wants to give up the baby, but she won't let the twin adopt, like, keep it. So then Susan's trash self says she's gonna keep the baby, which I think in a case like that I would do it too. I would try to keep my grandchild, but she does it in spite of Julie, not for the betterment of her grandchild. She does it in spite of Julie, and that's the problem. Like, if Lynette had did it, I would have never blinked twice that it was just for the betterment of her child. But Susan doing it, it feels out of spite. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off so bad. Like, it really does. But, I don't know, I also feel like that was a little out of character for her to want to give up the baby. But I understand it. So what are your thoughts on Julie Myer? Please comment later. This review is for Carl Myer from Desperate Housewives. I fucking love Carl. And before you say, he's a cheater, he's this and that, he is a fucking cheater, but he owns it. He fucking owns it. They show you the flashback of when Susan found out, and he didn't beg for her to stay. He didn't beg for forgiveness. He knew he was a fuck up. And he stayed a fuck up. Like, that was it. That was it. He knew what he did, and he was not gonna to stress over it. And then him fucking with Edie, like, him dating Edie, and then fucking with Susie, you were the only one I ever loved. And then him fucking her while he was still with Edie, proposed and engaged to Edie. Carl is the true definition of a red fucking flag. But I love him. I think I needed Carl this entire series. And spoiler alert, I was so fucking pissed off when they killed him, because I wanted him to do the same thing to Bree. Like, I really think him and Bree could have been good together. They would have had some really great hot moments. They would have had some steamy dates, and like, they'd have been good until he fucked around and found out. And then she would have shot him. She would have shot him. She 100% would have shot him. And I would not have been mad at it. Like, this is Carl. Carl is a tourist. A Taurus, I think. I don't know what he is actually, but in my brain, he's a Taurus. He will fall so fucking fast and hard. He will woo you off your feet, but he will sleep with anything with legs. Anyway, I'm a Scorpio, by the way. But yeah, I love Carl Myer. I was so fucking pissed off when they killed him. I actually think he was a pretty good dad for the most part. They never show him actively as a parent, but he supported Julie every way that he could, like they mentioned it. But yeah. What are your thoughts on Carl from Desperate Housewives? Comment, like, or subscribe. And are you a Carl? Are you a Carl?